Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Very soldiers. This is our new part for our new headlines for today in our story. We are going to listen together for this part. Please pay attention and I stop to explain any part which is not clear. This page 217. Let me open the page again as I magnified the page. Page 217. Not this one. Again, must decrease.
The one that has like part 3, part 2, part 1, part 4 empty.
Bird soldiers, okay? Yes.
Yes. This one.
So I try to make it bigger. Can 35 is better. Yes. Be ready to listen, please.
What
If
happened,
you
Mr.
here, tell
Ahmed?
me, please, okay?
buried soldiers. Qin Shi Huang became emperor because of his stunning victories on the battlefield. His army was said to be 1,000,000 strong. In every respect except for number, the terracotta army is a faithful replica of the real one. So far, terracotta troops have been found in 3 separate pits, all close to one another. A 4th pit was discovered, but it was empty. The entire army faces east. The Qin kingdom, the emperor's
Sir, what
homeland,
is coming?
was in the northwest. The other kingdoms that had been conquered and had become part of his empire lay to the east. So Qin Shi Huang feared that any enemy uprising would come from that direction. The first pit is by far the biggest, more than 2 football fields long, with approximately 6,000 soldiers and horses. About 1,000 have already been excavated and restored. None of the soldiers in the army wears a helmet or carries a shield, proof of the Qin soldiers' fearlessness. But the archers stationed in the front lines don't wear any armor either. They needed to be able to move freely in order to fire their arrows with accuracy. And so these frontline sharpshooters, who were the first targets of an approaching enemy, also had the least protection. Following the vanguard are 11 long columns of foot soldiers.
And this part, as we listen together, as we listen, I explain it. Chen Shi Huang became emperor because of his what? His stunning victories, his great winning in his battle, okay? On the battlefield. His army was said to be 1,000,000. You can write the meaning of it, this word, please. Stunning means great. Okay. His army was said to be 1,000,000 strong in every respect except for number. The terracotta army is faithful replica of the real one. So far, terracotta troops. Read from the book, please. Yes, so far terracotta troops have been found in 3 separate pits. So the terracotta, what do I mean by pit? Pit means like hole, as we can see here in the picture. We have here pit 1. This is the biggest one. Pit 2, smaller than pit 1. Pit 3, the smallest one. And pit 4 was empty with no terracotta soldiers. Again, bit 1 was the biggest bit. Bit 2 smaller than bit 1. Bit 3 is the smallest one. And bit 4 was empty. But how many soldiers in each one? We'll know more details after we are going to listen for the next page. Let's complete for this part again. He said here, a fourth bit was discovered, but it was empty. Talk about the fourth one, okay, as I show you in this map, okay? The entire army faces east. The Qin kingdom, the emperor's homeland, was in the northwest. The other kingdoms that had been conquered and had become part of the empire of his empire lay to the east. So Chen Shi Huang or Chen Shi Huang feared that any enemy uprising would come from that direction. So what did he do? For the first bet is by far the biggest. How wide it was? More than 2 football fields. Football playground, as I see here, football fields. Okay, more than 2 football fields. This is the size of this first bet. Long with approximately 6,000 soldiers. Take care of this information. How many soldiers inside this bet? 6,000 soldiers and horses. About 1,000 have already been excavated and restored. It means that they were handmade, not real person, okay? As I said, they were had been excavated and restored. None of the soldiers in the army wears a helmet or carries a shield, proof of the stern soldiers' fearlessness. But the archer, the word archer, you can write the meaning of it. Archer means a person who shoots with a bow and arrow. Archer means a person who shoots with a bow and arrow. Write the meaning of it. Have you written the meaning? I can open the mic for all of you, but please try to mute yourself if you have any noise. Yes, Adnan, you raise your hand.
Miss,
But yes,
what is the
Adnan.
meaning of the
Adnan. Adnan.
Mr. I don't finish the meaning.
Star,
You want
Star, I lag. Can you explain the bit before because I lag? I don't
bit
know
four?
access to internet.
Bit 4 was empty, as we said. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, yes,
Miss,
Mahi, you need the meaning?
No, like I mean, like explain from empty because I lagged so much.
Mr.
Gonna kick me.
Yes, Mr.
Mr.
Okay, Muhammad.
I
Yes.
know what archer means. An archer, a person that has a bow and an arrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't, if you know the meaning, you don't write, no problem. Okay, it's for you. Okay, just for you. Okay. Yes, Mahi, you want the meaning, Mahi? Mahi.
No.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. I'm not.
Mister, please tell me which word, please, Mister.
I can kill myself, Amazing. Yes. I said at the
217,
beginning,
217,
217, Amazing.
Oh my
217. Okay, Amazing?
Start can you go up a bit?
Yes.
From
Okay,
empty,
Mister.
Okay, by the
I
same.
lag. I
For armor, we said armor means protective covering made of metal. As it has the shape of cycle. You can, as a soldier, can hold it in his hand. Yes. Or you can, sorry, you can wear it on his uniform. Yes, as protective covering made of metal. Is the meaning clear for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Start can you
For Vanguard, the leader of guards. Vanguard, the leaders of guards. The leader of guards. Now we are going to listen for the next page to know more details about.
wait.
Yes,
I lag when at empty and I didn't hear at empty. From empty.
we said that bit 4, this one, fourth bit was discovered, but it was empty. Okay.
Yes, from
This is
here,
the most
then the other area I lag until field.
Yes, this is the most important part in this paragraph, that we must know that the fourth bit was discovered, but it was empty. There is no soldier inside this one. But for the first bit, it is by far the biggest, as we said, more than 2 football fields long and approximately 6,000 soldiers and
Mister, do
horses.
you hear me well?
Okay, yes, well, my dear. About 1,000 have already been excavated and restored. As we said, It means that the terracotta soldiers inside this pit or these pits were not real people. They were handmade. Okay, Muhammad?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, is it clear now?
Yes.
Yes. And now we are going to listen for the next page to know more details about these pets. Yes, and now, okay, we are going to listen now.
And lower-ranking officers, the main body of the army, who once carried spears, battle axes, and halberds. The soldiers are prepared for an attack from any direction. Those in the extreme right and extreme left columns face out, not forward, so that they can block enemy charges from either side. Last of all comes the rear guard, 3 rows of soldiers with their backs to the rest of the army, ready to stop an attack from behind. Stationed at various points among the foot soldiers are about 50 charioteers who drove wooden chariots. Each charioteer has a team of 4 horses and is dressed in full-length armor. In some carts,
Okay, write the meaning of this word. Halberds means the weapons that collect between a spear and lance.
Mr. What means spear and lance?
I can draw it for you, Muhammad. For example, this one, as we know, this one is called lance, okay?
This is an arrow.
Yes, like an arrow, okay? But it has this one, okay? It's very long, okay?
Okay.
Lance. And the
Okay.
spear, as we know, what is the meaning of spear?
The part where you hold the hand.
It's a tool that you can use to fire your arrows, okay?
It's the tool is
Oh,
called
okay,
the bow.
okay.
A bow.
Okay,
Yes,
Comes
yes.
like a circle.
Like above meaning?
G-E-L.
T, then line down.
Please, Ahmed, please, Ahmed. No,
Okay.
have you written the meaning of this word? Halberds?
No.
Yes, I written the meaning خلاص.
Okay, all of you written all of you wrote the meaning?
No, Mr. Wait.
Okay. Today we have only one question. The question say how many bits were found.
Mr.
So
wait, don't erase the meaning.
yes, okay.
4, Mr.
Yes, 4, but we don't more all the details. We know details about the first one. As we said, the first bit was about 6,000 soldiers and horses. And we said there also there's 1,000 of the terracotta already have been excavated and restored. And we said about the size of the first bit, we said it was the biggest one.
Yes, and the fourth don't have any armies
Yes, and we
inside
said
it.
bit 4 was empty with no soldiers inside it. Okay, but we are going to talk about bit 2 and bit 3 in page 219. Okay, can we complete listening?
Yes.
a general rides beside the charioteer, ready to beat a drum to signal a charge or ring a bell to call for a retreat. The long rectangular arrangement of soldiers in Pit 1 follows a real battle formation used to defeat real enemies in ancient times. It is called a sword formation, with the frontline archers representing the tip of the sword, the chariots and the columns.
And this part I make mute, please just listen. Okay. Yes, Wahyu, raise your hand. Yes. Wahyu. Okay, Adnan.
Yes, Mr.
Sorry, it's Muhammad. Muhammad. Okay, sorry, Muhammad. I imagine that you have a question.
No, but don't need.
Okay.
Yes, Master.
Adnan, do you have a question?
No, I was.
Okay, please lower your hand. Okay. Ahmed Musanna, do you have a question?
Mahi has a question.
Okay, Wahi, do you have a question?
No, sir, I don't have a question. Why you ask me?
Okay, because you raise your hand. Okay. Ahmed Musanna, do
No,
you have a
only
question?
Zoom. Because my Zoom lagged.
Okay, Major. Okay, no problem. Ahmed Musanna, do you have a question?
Yeah, I
What?
didn't understand when you said the sphere that is on the arrow.
Yes, spear and lance. This weapon that is called hellfires. Okay. It's a
Mister,
weapon.
your voice is low.
Yes, it's a weapon that collect between a spear and lance.
Imagine this is the arrow.
Do you know what I mean by spear? No.
Spear.
No.
Here. Press the button.
Huh? Do you use them as a tool that the soldier can hold for firing the arrow?
The sphere. Oh.
Huh?
Like a bow.
Okay.
Okay.
It's like
Here.
a stick, but it has like an arrow.
I can
But
draw it
it's
in the same way.
it's
I can
iron.
draw.
It's
Okay,
iron.
this way. Okay.
I understand.
Okay.
So
Like the
maybe
crossbow.
this is
Crossbows.
the lance and this is a spear. I'll
Yes.
put the lance
Okay.
in the spear and press the button. It will go like this.
Yes, well done. Yes, that's what I
I
mean.
understand
Okay.
it now.
Okay. Yes. So here he's talking about the ranks of the soldiers, as he said, and lower ranks and the officers, the main body of the army, who once carried spears, battle axe, and halberds. The soldiers are prepared for an attack from any direction, so they were ready for any attack. Zeus in the extreme right in and extreme left column face out, not forward, so that they can block enemy charges from either side. But as we know, what is written here is not real because, as we said, the terracotta or the soldiers were handmade, were made of what? Of clay. Yes,
Yes.
yes, my dear. So as we put them as a symbol for protection, to protect him against enemy. Okay. Please mute your mic, please. The one has a sound, mute your mic. Last of all comes the rear guard, three rows of soldiers. He described here the arrangement of soldiers in each pit, okay, with their backs to the rest of the army, ready to stop an attack from behind. Stationed means that they were standing at various points among the foot soldiers are about 50 charioteers. Charioteers, as we said, I can choose a picture of it. I can, it's not here, but maybe in another page, but I'll tell you when we find it. I think this one with horse. No, not this one. Yes, this one. Okay, it's clear. Chariot.
Your voice, Mustafa.
Yes, okay, this one is what? It's called chariot, okay?
Okay.
As he written under the picture, this drawing shows what a wooden chariot would have looked like, okay? Like, as we said, the carriage, okay? Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. So what else about the soldiers? Yes, who drove wooden chariots? Each charioteer, it means the one who drove the chariot. So it means charioteer, okay? The one who drove the carriage has a team of 4 horses and is dressed in full length armor. The uniform was very long for this type of soldiers. In some cars, a general rides beside a general. He means the leader of the army. Okay, general rides beside the charioteer, ready to beat a drum to signal a charge or ring a bell to call for a retreat. Retreat means here withdrawing. Okay. The long rectangular arrangement of soldiers in bit one, as we can see here, this one, I think bit one, this one maybe, okay, follows a real battle formation used to defeat real enemies in ancient times. It is called a sword formation, that they all carried sword in their hand, with the front line archers representing the tip of the sword, the chariot, and the column of foot. We can complete from the next page of foot soldiers forming the plate, and the rear guard the handle. This all in bit one. What about bit two? We are going to listen together.
Of foot soldiers forming the blade, and the rear guard the handle. Pit 2 is far smaller than Pit 1. With an estimated 900 warriors of all different ranks, Pit 2 serves as a powerful backup force to help the larger army in Pit 1. There are also almost 500 horses, about 350 chariot horses, and more than 100 cavalry horses. The terracotta horses are Mongolian ponies, not very big.
And the word cavalry, can you show you the meaning of it? It means by cavalry the soldiers who ride the horse. Okay, the soldiers who ride the horse, or who
the
fights
soldier
on
who
on
fights
horse.
on horse.
Okay, cavalry, the
The
soldier who fights on horse.
Mr. Who fight on a horse? How? Like he hit the
It means
horse
that they are
or
riding the horses and fighting with their sword. Okay,
okay. I finished.
so let's complete.
But muscular and full of power. With their flaring nostrils, bared teeth, and bulging eyes, the chariot horses all look as if they are straining to gallop across a battlefield. The mane of each horse is trimmed short and its tail braided. That is so it won't get caught in the harness.
You know what does it mean by the word mean? Mean. Do you know what does it mean?
Mr. Basil has a question and Ahmed Khanna has Regin.
Okay, Basil. Where is Basil? Yes, Basil. Basil?
Mister,
Yes.
what means Mongolian?
As these people live in a place that's called Mongolia. In the past, it was in China. Okay, but here he said Mongolian ponies. It means a type of horses. Ponies here,
Type of
this type
horses?
of horses, ponies is one. Okay.
Okay.
The small horse, as we know, that we can feel a special type of horse with long hair or long, as we can see in this type of horses with a long hair. Okay, this is called pony. Okay.
Mister, they made all the soldiers of terracotta?
Yes, they were made of clay. Yes, or terracotta
Yes.
or pottery. Not real person, as we can see, this were stationed. Yes, standing without moving. They were fixed. Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yes, mister.
Can there's a word in Arabic, but I want to know in English, but I don't know.
What can you write on the chatting?
Okay, no.
Okay.
I think it's clay. It's called the clay.
Clay. Mud.
Mister,
Clay
something
means...
in Arabic. It means I don't know the word in English.
Okay, write for me, please.
No problem, Mr. Fawaz. I don't
Okay, I'm
Can't
waiting
write.
for you, Muhammad. Okay, let me complete for the others. Main, we said this part, like the part of the horse, this part, like the main of the line. Okay, that includes for hair. That includes for hair. I can see the wing of it. Then it means the thick hair on the horse neck, like the one that we can see the line in the horse. Okay, is it clear for you?
Yes.
The thick hair on the horse neck.
Mister, I send it to you in the chat. What does it mean in
Okay,
English?
let me see. Yes, cement, Muhammad, cement.
Cement? Okay.
The same, cement.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, here we can complete listening.
By the time of the first emperor, soldiers on horseback were replacing war chariots. It was hard for even the most experienced drivers to manage a chariot over bumpy, rock-strewn ground. Cavalrymen could move much more swiftly and easily. Their horses had fancy saddles decorated with rows of nail heads and tassels, but no stirrups. They hadn't come into use yet. Pit 3, by far the smallest,
As the word tassels, it means what? They can show you.
Bunches of wood?
Bunches of woods, okay? Tassels,
Think of the
bunches
flaring.
of wood.
Mister, what means flaring?
Which one, Muhammad? Which line?
Up with their flaring nostrils.
Yes, flaring. It means the nose that seems to be furrowed, black nose. Okay. The nose seems to be furrowed. Okay.
Sir, can you go to it to write it? Or...
Yes. Okay. The word tassel, bunches of wood. I can show the meaning.
Mm.
Bunches of wood.
Mr. Ahmed is gonna kill himself. He's doing so much rage reactions.
What?
Ahmed is gonna kill himself. He's doing so much rage reactions. I want to ask.
Okay, Ahmed, I gave you the chance. Have you read the meaning of this word?
Yes.
Okay.
Go to flaring only.
Ahmed Musanna, do you have a question, Ahmed? I'm with you. Yes, Mazen, what's your question? Ahmed Musanna, do you have a question?
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, not a question. When you said when the people go on top of the horse and they want to go on a battle, they hold their spear too, so they can attack.
Yes.
They use horse for sprinting more.
Yes, my dear, yes. So what's the problem?
Nothing.
Yes.
I just want to tell you.
Yes, okay. Okay. Let's know more details about Pet 3. What was inside it?
contains fewer than 70 warriors and only one team of horses. Archaeologists think that Pit 3 represents Army headquarters. That's because the soldiers are not arranged in an attack formation. Instead, they face one another in a U shape, as if they are busy.
So Pet 3, as we said here, it was the smallest.
Your mic, Mr.
Yes, sorry. It was the smallest one. It was fewer than, or contains fewer than 70 warriors and only one team of horses. Okay. This for Pet 3. And for Pet 4, they said instead they face one another in a U shape as if they are busy.
Mr. Flaring. I didn't even write it, Mr.
Flaring again. Okay, write the meaning for you, Muhammad, to be clear for you. In which line again, Muhammad?
With their flaring,
Which paragraph? Which line?
Up. Move your mouse up. Yes. Here. Yes.
This one.
You see the comment icon?
Is the paragraph starts by the time?
No, before.
The team terracotta.
With there.
Yes, flaring. The nose seems to be parallel. Okay.
Finished.
So, do you have any question for this part?
No.
But I have a question, okay? If you know the
Clear,
answer,
Michael.
raise your hand, please. How many bits that were found? Or how many
Mr. Your mic.
bits? Yes, my dear. How many bits were found? How many bits were found? I share the question with you. Just wait, please.
Mr. Again, what do you send?
Yes, I'll open the PowerPoint presentation for this question, okay?
Abdullah, have question, Mr. Abdullah Tamim.
Okay, just wait for me. I summarize all what you have in 3 pages in 1 paragraph, okay? So study this question from the PowerPoint presentation or PDF file, okay? It will be easier for you to study from, to avoid studying from the book itself. So the question that we have in front of us, can you see the screen of the PowerPoint?
Yes.
What's written in front of you, Muhammad Amr?
It's written English lectures and Palestine.
Yes, Amr Sam, can you read the question?
Okay,
Thank-
Mr.
Yes.
Mr. I had something to say, but answer the question. How many bits were found? Describes them.
Yes, how many bits were found? Describe them. Yes, can you read the answer?
4 bits were found. Bit
Yes.
1 at the biggest. It contains 6,000 figurines, follows a real metal formation.
Yes.
Bit 2 is smaller than bit 1. It includes about 100 warriors of all different ranks. Bit
Yes.
3 is the smallest, contains fewer than 70 warriors. It represents the warriors as they face on another in a U shape. Bit 4 is empty.
Bit 4 is empty. This is a simple way to avoid studying from the book. As we can see, we have 3 pages. So yes,
it's
Muhammad.
weird that there is a bit 4 and it's empty entirely. How?
Yes, bit 4. They didn't complete bit 4, so it was empty. Okay, it was built, but
Mister, can I
with no
see a
soldiers.
question? See something? Can I see
Yes.
something?
Yes. About
Mister,
what?
I didn't ask you because I was on the bathroom. So I sent you to go to the bathroom, but you didn't answer me, so I go. I'm
sorry,
sorry.
I can't
I'm
focus
sorry.
because during
No, I'm
explanation.
sorry
Okay.
because I go
Okay.
without asking you.
You went to the bathroom already. Yes, you have done. Yes.
Yes, because
Okay.
you didn't ask me. I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind. No problem.
Mister, don't mute me. I'm not making noise.
Okay, our sessions, we have little time and it will finish 4 minutes only, okay? So we can make use of our time by start reading, okay?
Okay.
2 students who didn't read before, Yusuf Ahmed and Yusuf Muhammad, I think. Yusuf
Mister,
Abdul
me
Karim.
too, or I read?
You read before, yes, but 2 students who didn't read before, Yusuf Ahmed and Yusuf Abdul Karim.
Mister, your voice. Sorry.
Yes, Yusuf Ahmed and Yusuf Abdul Karim. They didn't read before. Am I right?
Yeah.
Last time they didn't read. And maybe Ellie read,
didn't read.
Ellie read, yes. Yusuf Ahmed. Okay.
Yes, miss.
Yusuf Abdul Karim. Okay, Yusuf Ahmed and Yusuf Abdul Karim. Okay, be ready to read these, okay? Yes, who will start? Yusuf Ahmed?
Me, Mr. Yes, mister.
Okay, Yusuf Ahmed, okay.
Mister, you said that Yusuf Ahmed.
Yes, Yusuf Ahmed, okay. Start Yusuf Ahmed, then Yusuf Abdul Karim.
Romero, mister.
Okay. Yes, Yusuf Ahmed will read.
Yes.
Start, please.
Bird soldier.
Bird soldiers again. Bird soldiers. Soldiers, huh?
Chen Xing Huang became emperor because
became
became emperor because of his stunning victories on the battlefield. Army
yes, his army
be,
was said.
was said to be a million strong in every respect except for number. The terracotta army is a faithful replica of the real one.
Yes,
So far, terracotta troops have have
had been
found
found, had
have
been
been
found.
found in eight separate pits, all
Yes, yes,
close to one
separate
another.
bits. That's enough for you, Yusuf. You thanks so much, Yusuf Ahmed. Yusuf Abdul Karim.
Yes,
Yes,
all
complete.
close to one another. A forbid was discovered, but it was empty. The
It was
entire army
empty. It was
faces.
again. It was empty.
It was empty.
No, no,
The
take care.
entire army
Take care. Be silent. Empty. It was
empty.
empty. Yes.
Empty. The entire army faces east. The Queen Kingdom, the Emperor, Emperor's homeland
Yes.
was in the northwest. The other kingdoms that had been conquered, conquered and had
What means conquered?
become part
It means that,
of his
listen to me, listen.
empire.
Yes. Conquered means that the soldiers, or for example, if you conquer a country, it means that you can take everything inside this country. Okay.
Okay.
For example, if you have an army
Can you
and
hear
they
me?
attack
Yeah.
another country, so you are conquered. You conquered it. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you,
And
Miss.
had
Yes.
become part of his empire lay to the east.
Thanks so
So
much,
Queen
Yusuf. What subject that you have after this one?
Science.
France.
Science, Mr.
How
Ibrahim.
about it's
Okay.
32?
We
That's
have
enough.
science and Mr. Ibrahim is here.
Yes, okay. Give him the as a host now.
Which 32? How is that? That's impossible.
Yeah, we have 32.
Wait, what? Should be
It's now
31.